them at a bar downtown. Two businessmen, older with predatory smiles and wandering hands. They'd promised a night of fun, of escape. The drinks had flowed freely, laced with something darker, more sinister. Maya had tried to refuse, a sense of foreboding settling in her stomach, but Chloe, always the adventurous one, had urged her on. Now, looking at the unconscious men, Maya felt a chill run down her spine. This wasn't the escape they had craved. It was a trap, and they were caught in its web. "We have to get out of here," Chloe whispered, her voice raspy. Her gaze remained fixed on the slumbering figures on the bed. Now! Maya swallowed hard, her throat dry. The weight of their situation pressed down on her, suffocating. The men, their faces now slack and pale, looked almost peaceful. But beneath the surface, Maya sensed a darkness, a simmering menace that even unconsciousness couldn't fully mask. "What if?" Maya started, her voice barely a tremor. Chloe cut her off, her eyes hardening. "No, we can't stay here. It's too dangerous." The words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken implications. They both knew what she meant. Leaving them like this, it could be a death sentence. But staying felt even more dangerous. Panic clawed at Maya's chest, making it hard to breathe. The room seemed to spin, the air growing thick and suffocating. The men, the alcohol, the fear, it was all too much. She felt like she was drowning, pulled under by an invisible current. Chloe's hand on her arm was a lifeline. "Maya, focus!" Chloe's voice was sharp, cutting through the fog of fear. "We need to go, now!" Her words were a jolt, bringing Maya back from the brink. She took a deep breath, forcing herself to think clearly. They had to escape. They had to disappear. Moving with a swiftness born of desperation, they gathered their belongings, their movements frantic and silent. Chloe grabbed her purse, her fingers closing around the pepper spray she always carried. Maya snatched up her jacket, her heart pounding against her ribs like a trapped bird. They slipped out of the room, their steps muffled by the thick carpet in the hallway. The cool air of the corridor hit them like a slap, a stark contrast to the stifling atmosphere of the room they had just fled. Down the hallway, past the flickering neon sign of the ice machine towards the elevator. Each step was a victory, a step closer to freedom. And yet the fear remained, a constant companion whispering doubts in their ears. They didn't dare look back. The cool night air hit them like a wave as they spilled out onto the street. The city noises suddenly loud and jarring. The bright lights of a passing car momentarily blinded them, the world blurring into streaks of color. They ran, their lungs burning, until they reached a deserted alleyway, collapsing against the cold brick wall, gasping for breath. The adrenaline that had fueled their escape was fading, replaced by a bone-chilling fear. The enormity of what they had done, of what they had left behind, crashed over them. "What did we do?" Maya whispered.